The disconnected call. A teenager named Jake was home alone one summer night while his parents were out for dinner. He was playing video games when the house phone rang. It was an unknown number. Curious, he answered. A man's voice came through the line. "Why aren't you checking the front door?" Jake's stomach dropped. He hadn't heard the doorbell ring. Slowly, he walked toward the door and peered through the peephole. No one was there. He laughed nervously, thinking it was a prank, and went back to his game. A few minutes later, the phone rang again. The same voice, now angrier. "You should really check the door." Chills ran down Jake's spine. He turned on the porch light and looked outside. Nothing. But then, something caught his eye. A figure standing at the edge of his yard, just beyond the glow of the street lamp. Terrified, he locked all the doors and called his parents, who told him to call the police. When the police arrived, they found no one, but there were fresh footprints leading from the street to his front door and back again. The most disturbing part? The house phone had been disconnected for years. The hidden crawl space, a woman named Laura had recently moved into a new house alone. She loved her little home, but something always felt slightly off. She often heard creaks and strange sounds at night, but she attributed it to the house settling. One night, she was watching TV when she heard a loud noise coming from the kitchen. It sounded like something heavy had fallen. Nervous, she grabbed a kitchen knife and slowly crept toward the sound. When she reached the kitchen, everything was in place, except for the pantry door, which was now slightly open. Confused, she opened it wider and noticed something she had never seen before. A small, hidden door at the back of the pantry. Her heart pounded as she pushed it open, revealing a narrow crawl space leading deeper into the house. The air was musty, and dust covered the floor, except for a single clear trail of footprints leading inside. Terrified, Laura ran outside and called the police. When they arrived, they searched the crawl space and made a chilling discovery. A mattress, some food, and a few articles of clothing. Someone had been living inside her walls. She moved out the next day. The figure in the window in 2003, a woman named Amanda, was babysitting her neighbor's 6-year-old son while his parents went out for dinner. It was a quiet night, and she had just put the boy to bed when she settled on the couch to watch TV. About an hour later, she got an uneasy feeling, as if someone was watching her. She turned her head toward the sliding glass door that led to the backyard and froze. A dark figure stood outside, motionless, staring at her. At first, she thought it was the boy's father playing a joke, but something about the figure felt wrong. It didn't move. It didn't blink. It just stood there. Heart pounding, Amanda reached for her phone to call the police, but as soon as she looked back, the figure was gone. Thinking she had imagined it, she checked the doors to make sure they were locked and tried to calm herself down. But then she heard it, soft, slow tapping on the glass. She turned again. The figure was back, closer this time. She grabbed the boy, locked herself in the bathroom, and called 911. When the police arrived, they found muddy footprints leading from the woods to the back door. The footprints circled the house several times. Whoever it was had been watching them all night.